Inshallah. What we have from our families online, inshallah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, when you say solid, liquid and gas, does the water state mean we lose all our expectations?
Inshallah, I think we teach that the key and the secret of sabr, which is the key for sabr and sifat al-sabr is Nabi Muhammadan Mustafa, the purified beatific one, the chosen one, al-Mustafa. Every time we recite Prophet's name, al-Mustafa is the key of sabr. The sabr is the key of the 99 names of Allah, the one who can open the reality of sifat as-sabr only by the permission of Nabi Muhammadan Mustafa to be the chosen and beatific and perfumed one. Was the secret of awliya was what? Expect nothing in life. But who are sabirin? Who are the beatific sabr jameel, where Allah said, this beatific in their patience. One under extreme torment, but sabr in our daily life is easy to achieve by expect nothing. So I expect nothing. Even from my spiritual path the shaykh talks all these realities, I'm not expecting anything, I just want to be nothing, I'll be nothing, I take my meditation to be nothing. Cut yourself from thinking of any expectations of this going to open, that going to open, I'll do this, this will open. Then Allah says, you're not in an ocean of submitting because you're expecting that I should be beholden to you, listening to you, following you. So no, astaghfirullah, we're to be submitting to Allah. So they taught and trained us, expect nothing and be graciously surprised by Allah's immense generosity. All the world can come to plan to cut you out. You do everything beautiful and they're coming and planning to cut you out in any aspect of your life, and Allah graciously surprise you, they're not going to cut you out because I will save for you, the portion is due for you. And all our lives were like that. Throw us out, think, we'll crush him by throwing him out. Allah said, no problem, we'll put him somewhere better. Means Allah is the one protecting the servants who are trying to reach to these realities. Allah will graciously show His immense miracle in every aspect of their lives and anyone who follows them in that path. So they expected nothing and Allah surprised them with everything because that's taslim. But when you expect something, Allah now has to answer your prayer. Allah is not answering my prayer, who are you to Allah answer your prayer? You submitting or Allah submitting? So, no, I'm submitting. So then don't expect anything, don't even say that from your mouth. And as a result, Ya Rabbi, I'm your servant and abduka, I'm bi'izzatika sajidan wa biqismatika radiyan. By your izzah and might I've made my sujood and whatever you've written for me is completely satisfactory to me and is my honour, Ya Rabbi. InshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Is the reality of the surah 48 related to the 12 months journey of Hajj towards victory?
If you read surah 48 and Al-Fath, it's about war. So the key of war is reconnect to Sayyidina Muhammad. And the only flags of war that are victorious, Jaysh al-Mansur, there are the flags of Sayyidina Muhammad. So that surah reconfirms for the servant the importance of the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, and that you have no power, no might without the hand of Prophet, and that your bayat has to be with Prophet. A nation that doesn't even do bayat anymore, how they have from fath, how are they going to have victory when the surah is describing for them, go back and take your bayat. They say, no, this was for under the tree, but you're under a tree too, you have to be under shajara. That who are you connected to? Your tree is connected to who? That you say you're with Prophet is rooted by who? So means the shajara that we talk about of bayat and tariqas what? They show the lineage to the presence of that tree with Prophet. Why we say shajara in the tariqah? That from what tree are your shaykhs and your tariqahs coming from? It links back to the event of Prophet, that which companion are you taking from, and from that companion to the tabi'een, tabi'een and those whom followed and they have unbroken chains to that reality. And the hand of the shaykh that you took is linked back to that event and back to that reality, back to the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. If the flag of war is everything about your connection to Prophet, then how can a people be victorious when they're not victorious with themselves? Don't change a condition of a people, a condition where the people are being annihilated and destroyed. Look at all the conditions. Then Allah said, I'm not going to change until they change what's within themselves. So then the war that's taking place has to be inside, because you see the war outside, you see what's coming for you. Why you're not fighting inside? So inside even more important. Then we understand this is about the tariqahs, because nobody outside of tariqah is successful with the fighting of their own devil. Who's going to do it for them? Their grandma, because grandma has dreams? Your grandma's going to help you fight the devil inside you? Who's going to do it? Then he said, no, they don't have shaykhs. So then there is no internal fight, and say, no, they give external talks all the time. So Surah Al-Fath is all about the inner battle. Only those whom fought their inside and took the devil inside of them and began to slay the devil inside of them with the allegiance to Prophet and everything that was described of the victory, they become the people of Yansurukullahu Nasran Aziza. Imagine 1,000 of those people, where Allah give those 1,000 men the crowns of the love of Prophet. When they move, Allah described for them, Yansurukullahu Nasran Aziza. What are these people capable of? They said there's 12,000 horsemen of Imam Ali behind Jabal Qaaf that are all Yansurukullahu Nasran Aziza, that the steeds and the horse in which they ride moves at the speed of their sight. Means the immensity of what Allah want to open upon the souls of people, but it's not by the dirty self and the dirty character. It's by the realization that I cannot be a particle and the way of particle is not for me, and I have to reach to being a wave. And as soon as I enter into the wave connection, I feel the presence of my shaykhs and I feel the presence of Prophet. And as a result now I see all the other characters nefarious and blessed who are also wave realities. And only then can you begin to truly understand who is the devil. What they say is happening now in these parts of the world, they say the scenes of what they're finding is not from humans. They say what's been done to these people is not from humans. They've been traumatized, the people whom even going into these areas are traumatized by what they're witnessing. And we said that this is all based on the jinn, the Dajjal is a jinn and his nations are all jinn. And they've given themselves to that reality, and what they're capable of doing is from the understanding of shayateen. And how are people going to deal with that if they're not a wave and they want to be little particles doing what? InshaAllah Allah help us to conquer our own shayateen and to reach towards these realities.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, can our parents who have passed gain such high stations in their afterlife that grants them sainthood in that abode if they were pious in their lives and the kids are doing everything for their elevation?
Sure, whatever Allah want to dress upon His servants, this is in Allah's realm. We're not here to speak on something that's not from our understanding or authority. And whomever Prophet intercedes. What we're responsible for is to send sufficient provision for those who passed away. If paradise is what you believe, heavens is what you believe, the love of Prophet what you believe, send provisions. Otherwise they come to you in a dream and say, "How come you forgot me?" Say, "What?" Say, "Yeah, you're not sending anything for us." So what do you think that means? That you forgot me, you didn't send any provisions for us, we're not being raised. Means then what? Leave knowledge for them, leave sadaqah jariyah for them, make wells for them, give food for them. Once you've done enough for your soul and you think, okay, your position is covered, I'm following the shaykh, I'm doing my khidmat and service, you gave for your children, then everything for your loved ones. They give meals for your loved ones, give wells and water for your loved ones, give a qurban for your loved ones. Support the Milad al-Nabi where 500 people will come to celebrate and eat from the love of Prophet. We can think of 1,000 different examples on what you can do to send provisions to your loved ones if it's heavens you believe in. If it not, then take care of yourself only. But it should come as common sense to people, yeah, of course I'm on this earth to build my paradise so that when I take my last breath they're all there to greet us. Then look what you built for us, your life on this earth, what you followed and what you accomplished. Look what Allah has opened for us, look at our proximity to the presence of Prophet, that because you chose to honour Sayyidina Muhammad, Prophet no doubt chooses to honour your loved ones. It's a Rasul Kareem, how you could honour somebody and they don't honour whom you love. Yeah, they get an invitation, they come sit with us and they don't know why they were moved into that presence. And this Prophet want to show them, look what your awlad is doing, look what your loved ones are doing. How much they're celebrating this love for me, how much they're trying to spread this love for me in these dark days. Even just wearing my sunnah and reviving my sunnah, these rewards. So our faith has to be from the world of light that no doubt whatever we're doing for the love of Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad is taking care of all our loved ones. Because he's the best of creation, the best of characters, the best of those to love, that not a drop of that love is going to be wasted and is going to be multiplied from the stations and realities of Prophet that we can't understand and barely able to express through our tongue, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Are these 12,000 men behind Jabal Qaaf men from earth or from a heavenly realm?
No, these are the men of earth being trained right now. That the nazar and faiz of Imam Ali salam upon them and their ruhaniyat is reaching towards those realities, and when the zuhur and the time is present, their ruhaniyat will step into their physicality and dress entirely their physicality with their spirituality. Some may know themselves, others may have no clue whatsoever. But the practices, the companionship in which they've enlisted themselves with, there's a tremendous dress of their spirituality being dressed upon them by the presence of Imam Ali salam. And it's not from the people who don't love and respect Imam Ali salam, that has to be a given. So if the people are saying, why you have to, he's not one of them. So if you don't have enough basic manners to love and respect Imam Ali salam, then I wouldn't count you in as one of those 12,000. So it's just a given that this way is to show our love. Why? So maybe they will dress us from that reality. Again, could you imagine somebody has immense and sincere and respectful love for the Holy Companion, in which he loves all the companions because he has to have khuluqul azim, best of character, that Imam Ali is not dressing them and dressing that individual with that reality. He'll make 12,001 if necessary, because love can never be denied, it will be rewarded, it has to be rewarded. It's just, do we have good character? So, but those people they say they love Imam Ali salam, if they have good character, if they start talking bad about the holy companions, Imam Ali salam turned his face from them. Is insult to him and to his beloved Sayyidina Muhammad. Everything is based on the khuluq, is the key. So, but they say this, they say that, we don't care what they say. But if the character is good, that's it, that's the test, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
In relation to the month of Shawwal and Surah Al-Balad, what does Allah mean when He says, "What have you understood what the valley is?" What does the steep valley represent?
I have no idea. I have to look into what context and what's happening in that, yeah. That was a Zishan question?
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
As-salamu.
Forgive my poor adab. I'm so aware of how short I fall of being of service with all I have been granted. How do we bring our service when we get so close and fall into exhaustion?
You get so close to about serving, or you're getting exhausted from serving. So I don't know what that means. Yeah. If you're serving and getting exhausted, then you communicate with the shaykh, I'm getting tired and there's maybe too much on your plate. So you email helpme@nurmuhammad.com. If you're getting exhausted and just about to serve and don't serve, then that I don't know. Everybody has an excuse, so we don't really appreciate excuses. So anybody can be exhausted, I'm exhausted too, and then I have to keep sitting and making comments on everything. Yeah, everybody wants to be exhausted and just not show up. But if I don't show up, then you don't have a shaykh sitting on the broadcast. So if we have that system of I'm exhausted today, then everything shuts down, because then everybody, because the reciters will be exhausted. Tomorrow the one whom is helping with the center to be open will be exhausted, the one who's supporting the electrical bill will be exhausted, there won't be any power. So everything just shuts down if we all give in to our exhaustion. But if we're serving and tired, then too much is on the plate and maybe you're trying to carry too much. So then we'll get other people to jump in and also to help and to support. But our life is about the service, and the quality of service is the dress and the honour upon our realities. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ila Sharaf al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sahbihi kiram wa ala mashayikhina fi tariqat al-Naqshbandiyyah al-Aliyya khasatan Shaykh Nurjan Muhammadan Way al-Bukhari Sultan Awliya Shaykh Abdul Faiz Darastani Shaykh Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani Mawlana Shaykh Isham Kumbani Shaykh Adnan Kumbani Shaykh Muhammad Adil Abd Khaliq al-Khush Diwani Sahib Zaman Sayyidina Muhammad al-Mahdi alayhi salam, Ruhullah Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, Saifullah Sayyidina alayhi salam, Thumma Sayyidina Bakr Siddiq, Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Uthman, Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam, Sayyidatina Fatima alayhi salam, Sayyid Sadatina wa Siddiqeen. Al-Fatiha. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream. Every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.